Hi, Jim Welford for JimWelford.com. This is my beginner to pro lesson. This is one lesson. I'm going to teach you in one lesson, one quick lesson, how you can go from start playing golf up to probably being extremely at a high level of play. It's very easy. So let's get right at it. First of all, one of the big problems with playing golf is a lot of people, they get started incorrectly. And what I mean by that, you have to be able to shift your weight in golf. Golf is not really a swing. Golf is actually a weight shift if you want to hit the ball with a higher level or more accuracy and have a lot more fun doing it. Let me quickly explain. Normally when people go to play golf, the first thing they do is they plant themselves in the ground and they start swinging at the ball. They generally pick it up from the right side and then try to swing at the ball. What I've developed is a lesson plan. I'm going to teach you how to go from, take the club from your left side. I want you to push the club back, turn and hit the ball. This is very easy. I'm going to demonstrate my swing, and this is a swing that you should be able to learn. It's probably going to take you about 20 months total to get into the get to the level that I'm at. But you're going to be able to start playing golf within a couple of weeks and be able to shoot probably in the 80s, depending on how well you putt and chip. Putting and chipping is one of the most important parts of golf. What I'm going to show you today is a technique to get started or to dramatically improve what you're doing right now. So let's take a look at it. Here's what my golf swing looks like. This is the finished result. And let me explain before I do it. Basically, from the left side, I take the club, I line up to the ball, then I push back from the left. I don't pull up from the right side. I don't want to do that. I want to push back from the left. So I'll push back from the left here, and you'll notice how my weight shifted to the right side. Once I'm up to the right side, I'm going to shift my weight back and pull the club through. Notice when I'm here, I shift my weight and it pulls this club through. So in essence, I never swing at the ball. I don't want to swing at it. In fact, let's take a look at this is what my swing looks like. Up on the right, back to the left. Let me slow it down. Up on the right, back to the left. Very simple movement. This is teaching you how to move to the right, move to the left. You say, well, is it hard to do? No. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a drill that your brain is actually going to teach you how to do this. It'll take approximately 6 or 7 weeks for it to actually kick in. But like I say, once you get started, you can start playing golf almost immediately. Now, how do we get started? Well, basically, if you've never played before you even try to hit any balls or anything, I want you to go out and see if you can either get you a golf club, and don't go buy a set of clubs. I would probably buy a used club, maybe like a 5 or 7 iron. To start with, that's just to practice and hit balls. You might not like the sport, so before you spend a lot of money on it, just go out and get you a used club. Just make sure it's got a pretty good grip. And one thing you could do is make sure you get a club you like. Because once you start playing, the actual flex of the club, the shaft flex, and the weight design of the club is going to play into your swing. And once you start playing, you have to remember that your brain actually monitors your swing. So the changing of equipment can greatly affect your swing. That's why a lot of people go buy clubs that really don't match up with their shaft flex and their swing weights, and then they start using them and all of a sudden, they can't hit them or something. They say, well, what's wrong? And generally the problem is that a golf swing is a lot of tempo and balance, and then if you get out of that realm, that can cause you some problems. Alright, here's how the lesson works. This is all you need to do. Take the club in your left hand, if you've never played, and always keep your hand on top of the club. Swing it back, push it back, and pull it forward. Now, this is critical. Whenever you go to do this drill, I want you to have a stance that allows you to move. The purpose of this swing is to pull your weight off balance a little bit. See how I'm pulling it off balance? Pushing it back, pulling it off balance. I want your brain to pick up on that, because what's going to happen is your brain is going to start teaching you how to shift your hips. It's going to teach you how to do a repetitive golf swing and shift your hips at the same time. That's critical in a swing, that you got to be able to get up and turn and shift your hips. Now, how does the actual golf swing work? Well, in my swing, when I push it back, I got the club back here. I got my hand is actually relaxed. I just get it in a position for here when I change direction. When I'm up here and change direction, I'm actually doing what's known as loading the club. See, I'm going to go from 0 to almost 100 miles an hour with a club speed. That is going to take this club, it's going to load it. That causes the club to load. Now when that load occurs, then it releases right down the line. So you'll notice in my swing, back, load, release. And when I release, I'm actually, notice how my hips move and actually throw the inertia right down the line. All that velocity is just right down the line into the ball. Once again, how it looks. Up, load, through. It happens really quick. Now, one important factor that I was telling you about, making sure that you pull your weight off so your brain starts picking up. Your brain will actually teach you how to make this move subconsciously, just like you're walking, because by pulling your weight off, your brain actually starts training the upper body. And it gets it to the point where you know where everything is at and exactly how to hit the ball. So once again, never plate, back, and forth. Get used to moving your hips, your upper body. Make sure it's starting to move. You're starting to move right, you move to the left. Move to the right, move to the left. Now, when you actually start hitting balls, make sure you're in a safe area. And also, what you might want to do, get you some foam balls. Or plastic balls that you can start hitting. And you don't have to, don't try to hit the ball out of the park. We just want to start hitting the ball. And what we're doing is we're training ourselves to get used to this swing. That we're right, left. See how the body has to move with all this stuff. You can't just plant and try to hit the ball. You'll never hit it that way. It's a terrible way to play golf. So what I want you to do, to get used to the swing, get you a ball. Remember, keep your hands on top of the club. And the reason you got to do that, if you got to turn it, you got to turn it. If you got your hand underneath, you can't do that. So that's why the hands are always on top of the club. Your preference can go baseball, overlap, or interlock. For smaller hands, probably baseball to medium, interlock maybe for the ladies because you don't want to wreck your fingers. The guys, interlock is kind of like if you got bigger hands. Just a little tip there. It's all preference and how you feel about it. Now, to get started hitting balls, let's just line up. We don't want to kill the ball. I want you to take the back of this wrist, and I want you to, the left wrist, and just push back and then pull forward. That's it. I just want you to start relaxed stance, very relaxed stance, push back, pull forward. What I want you to do is get used to doing this drill until you can work up to where you can, see I just hit that ball back, but work up to where you can hit the ball here and just start the basis of a golf swing. Remember, from the left side, push, pull, push, pull. Just start working on that until you get comfortable with it. And what we're attempting to do, the reason we use the back of the wrist, remember I said don't swing your hands, the back of the wrist is to get you to wake you up and to start getting your body moving. What will happen is once you start getting trained, your body's actually, the upper body will take over and it's actually going to start pushing. You'll start pushing the club or loading it, load, and then down the line. So remember, just push back, pull through. And what I want is to make sure that you pull that weight forward. You want that brain to say, hey, I got to shift, or you're going to fall over. So with a repetitive swing, it's going to teach it. It's going to take, like I said, to get to a higher level, almost like where you hit the ball almost like as good as a professional, will probably take you about 20 to 24 months. And to give you a demonstration of my swing, I just take it up and through. I am not swinging my hands at the ball whatsoever. I basically hold on, up, and turn through the ball. That's all I do. My brain has taught me this move, and it can teach you also just by using that drill. So I hope this helps you and get you out on the golf course. It's a great sport. You can play it your whole life. Great for business. And for business guys, this is the quickest way for you to learn. And you won't look that bad doing it. So remember, right, left. We want those hips moving. We want to start training this upper body. And you're going to be playing golf really well, really soon. Thank you. And don't forget, JimWolford.com. I'll show you how to make up to $100K per month, starting part-time. Thank you very much.